All right, Shalom. First, I want to start by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahushai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahushai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahushai. Yahweh been the name of the Heavenly Father who the world calls God. Yahushai been the name of his beloved Son who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. That's their true names. And the Lashon Kodash, the ancient Hebrew, the only names you call upon for salvation if you're an Israelite. The Israelites being so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans today, as well as the Israelite foreigners that have taken on the appearance of the heathen. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. I'm back with another lesson through the Spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema Shai. And the title I'm going to give this lesson is The Golden Rule. Okay, the Golden Rule. Now, this is something that we hear growing up, you know, while you might be in elementary school, middle school. You know, you hear, you hear that growing up, you know, the golden rule. As you can see, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. All right, now the whole world, you know, uses this rule. But what they fail to explain is that these are the words of our Lord Yahushua. Okay, and this is how the Lord commanded us to treat one another, you know, concerning the brotherhood. All right, the fellow laborer next to you, you know, the fellow believer next to you. All right, and this lesson is inspired by, listen to a portion of the lesson brothers was doing last night, you know, over here in Southern Cali. And that was going into that, you know, the brotherhood and, you know, basically the do's and don'ts. Okay, so, you know, applying this golden rule, you can't lose. You know, you treat someone how you want to be treated, you can't lose in this thing, man. You know, because, you know, of course, naturally, nobody will want to be done, nobody would do wrong to themselves. So if you follow this rule, you wouldn't do wrong unto your brother, man, which is a big thing in this truth. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai, don't play around when it comes to the brotherhood, man. So we have to respect one another. We have to love one another, okay? And be patient with each other. Be forgiving with one another. All right, so the golden rule. So let's see. It says the golden rule, a rule of ethical conduct, okay? A rule of ethical conduct referring to Matthew 7:12, which I have. Luke 6 and 31. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Look, a guiding principle. So the world has taken on these words of Yahushua, and they have titled it the Golden Rule, man. You don't get no higher than gold, you know. So a guiding principle. You can't go wrong with this, man. This is Matthew 7:12. It says, therefore, all things whatsoever you would that men should do to you, do even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. All right. So if you don't want a man to steal from you, of course, don't steal from a man. You don't want a man to lie to you, of course, don't lie to a man. Don't lie to your brother. You don't want this done to you, that done to you. You know, don't do it to the next man. All right. And it's just a pattern. It will create a circle, a pattern of love, man. You know, and you don't really understand until you come into the truth and you're surrounded around men with integrity, men that walk with a certain code. Then you're just like, whoa, man, you understand what you've been missing. Okay, and this is how the Lord set it up for us from the beginning. Okay, going back to the law. All right, is ways, you know, there's a lot of behavior laws that centered around behaviors, you know, and certain conducts. Okay, so Yahweh Shema Shai has created a way of life for us, man, to live by, man, which is his laws and commands. Okay, so we're to love one another, man. This is Proverbs. This is gonna be a quick lesson. Gotta go to work, you know. This is Proverbs 18:24. It says, a man that have friends. What does the word friend go back to? Brother. Okay? The word friend and brother are interchangeable. So, a man that have friends, and we have friends, man. We're in the circle. We're in the truth. You have brothers next to you. You know? It says, a man that have friends must show himself friendly. Okay? So in other words, you got brothers, you got to be brotherly, man. You got to be brotherly, man. And that's not in word, that's in action. You know, just saying, oh, I love you, brother. That ain't going to cut it, man. It's a thing of action, man. Being there for a brother. If a brother need, you know, some cheese on, you know, here and there, you know, whatever you could do, you know. The scripture say a brother was born for adversity, you know. So we're to be there for one another. It says a man that have friends must show himself friendly. And there's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother, right? You'll be tighter with a brother than you were with your biological brothers. You know what I'm saying? Just like King David and Jonathan being a great example. The scripture say their spirits were knit together. All right? It says the love they have for one another past the love they have for women, man. And that's real. You know, you can only vibe with a woman on a certain level. I mean, up until a certain level. But with a brother that walks, you know, that believes just as you do, that walks according to a certain code just as you do, hey man, that bond would be very tight, man. Very tight, man. Okay, so we must be brotherly, man. The scripture say, let brotherly love continue. This is Matthew 22. And 34 says, but when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? You know, basically, what's the greatest commandment? Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God, Yahushua, with all thy heart, okay, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, right? Loving Yahushua with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. It says this is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Right, once you implement these two, you know, loving Yahweh Shema with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and loving thy neighbor as thyself, all the rest of the law is going to fall right into place. So you can conclude all the law in these two laws right here, man. Because once you love your neighbor, you ain't going to covet his wife. You ain't going to steal from him. You ain't going to lie. You ain't going to try to, you know, do none of that madness. Once you love Yahweh Shema with all that heart, with all that soul, with all that mind, you ain't going to worship no other idols. You ain't going to bow down to nothing. So on and so on, man. So this is extremely important to Yahweh Shema Shai. And it should be extremely important to us, man. We gotta respect one another, love one another, you know, do good unto one another, man. Because really everything that you do unto a brother, it's like as if you're doing it to the Lord, Yahweh Shai, man. That goes for the good and the bad, man. You know? And what do you think is we're gonna be doing in the kingdom, man? It's just gonna be nothing but love between Jake. You know? This is the brotherhood is supposed to be like how do you say it? You know, it's supposed to be some comfort there, man. You know? It shouldn't be something you want to avoid, you know? It should be some comfort there. It should be like some excitement there, you know? You get around brothers and it's as if you have no problems, man. You know? Because the brotherhood is like a strong force. You know? And it's one of our tools in this faith. You know, you understand that you're not alone. You're not going through this fight, this battle alone. You got men right next to you, man, dealing with the same matters. You know, and you see them going, and it inspires you to keep going. Okay? So all that nigga shit, man, all that, you know, you gotta leave that shit in the world, man. You know, we have become new creatures in Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and we had to learn all over how to treat one another, man. We coming out this nasty ass world, you know. And this is where we're learning it before we get to the kingdom. Okay, this is Galatians 6:10. I'm gonna end it here. It says, "As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men," right? Especially, so the Lord, Paul is putting emphasis on it. You know, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. Okay, so we're commanded to do good unto all men, but especially unto them that are of the household of faith. Who are those? The believers, man. The men of the Lord, the prophets. So let's do good on one to another, man. Let's respect each other. Let's forgive one another. And let's try to get the victory together, man. Okay? Because if we apply what Yahweh Shai said, being the golden rule, hey, man, that's something for one, that's what the Lord wants, and that's what he's pleased with. And for two, man, we can't lose, man. You know? We can't lose if we apply the golden rule, man. You know, so Lord's will is edifying, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKadosh, the golden rule, man. Until next time, Shalom.